Morning, this is Kamera again. We're on day number 138, 2nd Chronicles, chapter 28 through 31. Yesterday we read where Uzziah was king for 52 years. He followed God faithfully, got very powerful, very famous. He felt he can do someone else's job, which was to live the priest's job, which burn incense. Got leprosy. Yeah, he died of leprosy. His son Jotham had taken over, and he did everything his father did, followed the Lord faithfully, except he didn't try and be as grown as his father was and burn incense, which was the high priest's job. And the Bible says that he was very careful to be obedient to God. And he became powerful as well. Now his son Ahaz, whole nother story. This guy, he followed the examples of Israel. This is King Ahaz of Judah, and he did all the detestable things that Israel did. He built these metal idols, altars to Baal. He offered sacrifices of his sons. This guy, all hell broke loose after that. Edom went against him. Philistines went against him. Aram, he called for help from the Assyrian king. The Syrian king went against him instead. Israel went against them. Now, the thing with Israel, though, remember, the children of Israel includes the children of Judah, and they were divided. So for Israel to go against Judah, they're going against their own relatives. And they killed in a single day 200,000 warriors. Was it 200,000? 200,000 warriors? In a single day, it was 100,000 warriors. They killed, I believe, 120,000 warriors in one day. 120,000. And they captured 200,000 women and children. They plundered Judah. So God was not pleased with what Ahaz had done. He led the people into sin. This guy, even after everything was happening, he didn't turn to God. He said, "Oh, let's serve Aram idols. Look like everything's working out for them." He was confused. Why? He saw past history, right? His father, his grandfather. He knew the history, but I guess he felt it was easier. Sometimes people don't want to apply themselves to really humble themselves to get to know God, so they go a different route that seems easier, makes sense to them. I don't know. But this guy, he just didn't do right. And that led to the ruin of Judah. He led them into, oh my gosh, it's just all hell broke loose. You guys have to read it. All hell broke loose. And so his son Hezekiah became king after him. And Hezekiah, everything he did it to please the Lord. He was faithful to the Lord. I love the fact that just 1 month after he began to rule, he reopened the temple of God. And he put everything back into place. He called the Levites, he called the priests, and told them, "Listen, why do you guys think all this bad stuff is happening to us? Our fathers dying in battles." And so after talking to them, they cleansed the temple. They cleansed everything concerning the temple. And Hezekiah just put everything back into place. He went and put the Passover back into place. It's like he did everything he could to put everything back into place, tearing down idols, Asherah poles. Even the people just went and started tearing those down because I guess he had a compelling message about why bad things were happening. And we need to get it right with God. And once we get it right with God, everything is going to go well. And so if you notice in the scriptures, it mainly talked about how he put everything back into place, the temple, the things of the temple, the offerings. Let's give our tithe and offering back to the Lord. That way the Levites, And the priest can dedicate serving serving God. He reminded the Levites, listen, you guys need to start going back to what God says with these offerings, these burnt offerings. They had a huge rededication where they did these sin offerings. And he was like, this sin offering is not just for Judah, it's for all of Israel. I mean, you had people from Ephraim and Manasseh and Zebulun. They came back. They came there and they contributed with the offerings and the tearing down of the poles and to the rededication to the Lord and everything. So that's what Hezekiah mainly did. And of course, the Passover, everything. They just spent time talking about everything he had done, getting right back, getting Israel, getting Judah back in the good graces of God. And God heard Hezekiah's prayers, and he answered Hezekiah's prayers. In fact, the word said that he followed the Lord faithfully. He consulted the Lord faithfully. And the Lord, everything Hezekiah did was successful because he sought the Lord in everything he did. And so, guys, there's a lot for us to learn about these scriptures. I mean, when we decide we want to do things our own way as the world does it, and these other religious ways that seem to be more easy or make more sense to us, that really don't even require any real dedication or faithfulness, faith, trust in God. These other religions, you see what happens. And so, yeah, Hezekiah, let's get back in the good grace of God. And that's what he dedicated to. And you'll see how things just started to, God was very pleased with Hezekiah. And things started to go well for them. So, yeah, guys, that's day number 138, 2 Chronicles, chapter 28 through 31. You have a God-filled blessed day.